Shemai. Hello. Okay. We have got some big prayers to make. And then we're gonna go bust Luis's booty hole right open.
What do you want to do? Well then.
Okay, Yufa.
That...
We must at least have gotten like one more cast of Dragon God modified out of this, right?
But...
Oh shit, we're teleporting back. Okay. The real deal now. Hey, Batlin. Well, we finally have the Lords of Oceania and Montario on board. So we have a plan. I'm not privy to this plan, am I?
You could say.
Both are rotten to the core, mind, but all the same, they remain the sovereign lords of the principalities. Time is short, so we can't afford to overlook their influence and connections. We'll have them speak out against the rioting in the cities. It should help contain the situation, if only a little.
Whoa!
Nice work, Batlin.
Ah.
It's not the first time I've thought of this, Aethel, but I'm glad to have met you and to stand beside you now. I've always had a rebellious streak, you know. I was a fire under the church's heels, but as soon as I started feeling the heat myself, I'd relent. I was just avoiding confrontation. Learning a bit too late that maybe I've wasted a lot of my life drowning in anxiety like that. But in the end, you did turn and face it. Yes, well, meeting you showed me what I wanted to be in this world. All those who struggle to deserve to know the truth, to have access to the information unfettered, without slant or bias.
Isn't that...
That struggle, the anxiety, is what causes Magla to swell up from the heart. And facing those fears is what turns Magla into magic.
I guess.
I wish people could learn that it's natural to feel anxious, not something to be afraid of. Right, but in the incredible, very tiny, absolutely minuscule chance that Luis uses his brand of magic or whatever he's got up his sleeve to turn me into a human...
How goes it?
Why, I'd rip my heart right out of my own chest. Show him then and there that I'd rather die than be turned into a human.
Hey.
Yeah, I do admire your spirit, but yeah, don't do that though. I admire your spirit, but don't do that actually. Oh, believe me, I'd rather not. Not the slightest interest in seeing what colour my own heart is.
So.
Well, it's going to be green, just like everyone's. Well, tomorrow's the grand finale.
I'll see you later.
If you have any final things to say to anyone, best do it now. I'd hate for you to head to your big to-do with regrets.
All good.
Yeah, you might not get another chance. Why not spend some time with someone? Do I just have to pick one person?
Let's go see.
It's probably our last chance to relax a little. I suggest talking to everyone so you can push forward without regrets. Well, while you're at it, if you have any completed requests you haven't reported back on, tonight's the night. One final thing.
Oh, hey!
Today might be the last day to have a really good talk with everyone. Why not visit people while you can? Alonso, Barden, Brigitte, Katharina, Neris. Shit, more's an option. His foot soft is so cross. His fur is so soft and clean. I told more about my final battle with Luis tomorrow. I see. So at last we have reached the final battle for the throne. Luis is a foe more fearsome than any you have faced. Do you truly believe you can defeat him? I know I'll win.
Leave it to me.
I'll win. I know I will.
Yes.
Good. Spoken like a king to be. In striving towards the apex of all archetypes, you've surely marked yourself as worthy of rule. If you were to take the throne, that would thusly end my imprisonment under the last king's decree.
I have faith in you.
I'll trust that you'll win. You must, if I'm ever to know freedom again, however selfish a reason that is. But any other possible king could free you just as easily, right?
But even so...
Even if they could, any other king might only condemn me as the past king did. I and those who believe such ideals could be easily imprisoned once more.
How delightful.
To finally be allowed back into the world I've dreamt of. Ah, but under your reign, it'll seem a new world altogether. Are we just waiting to rip this bandage off the fact that you're definitely the old king? Perhaps you saw phantoms in my image throughout your travels, but that's all they were. Through all this, I remain locked in this prison. I wish I could travel the lands again as I did in my youth. What extraordinary sights I would see.
Indeed.
First, the royal capital Grand Trad. I would be content to watch the people go about their daily lives, then off to Brylehaven by the way of Martira. That's a familiar path. That sounds like a familiar path. So it should be. After all, the tales of your journey have inspired me so much. I wish I could travel at your side. If the chance existed, no matter how slim, I'd take it. Though I suppose that's a dangerous, insolent proposal for a king to be. Still, once you are king, if you ever decide to tour the country or return to the road, please allow me to join you. Sounds good to me.
I thank you.
Thank you. To walk a country born anew, together with its new king. It's like a dream. My heart bursts with anticipation. That reminds me. I'm sure it's far too early to prepare for our trip together, but let me give you this. The White Raven Quill.
What say you?
For all you have learned, for graduating from your studies in academia, I reward you this diploma. Let its white wings mark your flight with bookish
I
nests.
can hardly wait.
Now, once you leave this place, we shall remain apart for a short while, but I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Hello.
Hello.
What now?
Is that a key item? Academia's proof of graduation, +1 to all stats when channeling the Seeker lineage.
Oh. You'll come again.
I guess I get one final stat boost from everyone. If I had to pick one though, if I was certain this was gonna go,
What now?
I've never been able to pick so many people at once, that's the thing. I wish I could pick Gallica. But, you know, actually, Hulkenberg. We have spent a lot of time together, but you know, you've been there since the start. Maybe I should hang with you at the end. I have a feeling I can talk to everyone, but
So,
at last,
it's finally
tomorrow,
time.
we finally decide this once and for all. There's something I'd like to talk with you about under the circumstances. Perhaps you'd join me just outside the gate. We visited this place once before. I trust you still recall that time? You fought Redanth.
sure.
You fought with Redanth here.
Yes.
Indeed, and following our clash, he was taken into custody. It pains me to say that Grand Trad is still plagued by rampant looting and theft. Dare say, the issue is only worsened without Redanth present. 'Tis the course of the Crimson Sky. The fear has gotten to the people, and even the previously civically minded have gone mad. Fear is a cunning beast. It lurks within, fattening itself on our insecurities, and only bares its fangs when we're most vulnerable. We've all become its prey. I've put many beasts to the sword, yet the method for subduing the creature known as fear still eludes me. Yeah, man, fear's always going to exist. You just got to kind of deal with it. I think the best we can do is learn to live with it.
I see.
To live alongside it rather than be gripped by it requires a fortitude that is most difficult to achieve. In the past, there were nights where it seemed certain that the beast within would devour me whole. I put myself to blame. At times, I shut my eyes to the world and fell to my own deceptions. I lived so many days in this manner, convinced that I had found strength. Until at last I met you, fell in with our comrades, and came to know so very many people. It was only then that I understood that I was not alone. I've come to depend and expect a great many things from all of you. Would you believe me if I said on some level this brings me some shame? I think you've gotten stronger.
No.
In my eyes, you've undoubtedly become stronger.
Indeed.
Indeed. I have fought so long to protect others, and now find myself with allies who shield me in turn. 'Tis an experience that made me realize all that I could not accomplish alone. Those who seek to be the sole vessels of power, such as Luis or Redanth, their solitude offers them some strengths, yes, but also exposes a great many vulnerabilities. You've protected me countless times when I believed it was my duty to protect you. I owe you the deepest gratitude, for without you, I would not be able to fight as I do now.
That's why.
Our time together brought about an epiphany. I do not seek a one-sided fealty, but as a knight, I wish to serve under a king who supports me as I do then. I'll continue to place my trust in you as I always
I
have.
thank you.
Thank you, you have my thanks. Beginning tomorrow, I shall support you, as a true knight of the king. I swear this to you, and as proof of my bond, I present you with this. The Knight's Memorandum. Alceste bestowed it upon me when I first received my knighthood. In it, the will of a knight, perhaps one might call it a knight's soul even, is inscribed.
You see?
Your reign will be a period of tumult. You will bear a great many burdens, and that which bars your way will not be so black and white as Luis. Do you understand this? You shall face every single individual across this land who pushed their fears and anxieties onto people like His late Majesty and Luis. And many will not even make an effort to bear their own anxiety again. They'll pretend not to notice until they can push it onto someone else, someone such as you.
'Tis all right.
I offer little in comfort except to say that you shall have allies like me by your side to bear it all. I hope you never forget that. With our sense of trust in each other deepened, Hulkenberg and I returned to the inn. Hey Fabian. Oh. Tomorrow marks our final clash. Okay. When this is all over, we can celebrate with everyone and hold a huge feast. I want to put my all into this, so I'll get started with the preparations immediately. Everything has been put on hold until after tomorrow's decisive battle. If you have something you need to do, it's best to do it now while you still can. Mister, don't you have a big job tomorrow? You want to do the same thing that Papa tried to do that day, don't you? That's why I want to talk. Are you sure I'm not bothering you, mister? I know you're real busy and all. Hey, that's great. There's so much I want to talk to you about. The other day, I played with my friends and we drew pictures with chalk in the alleyway. We drew lots of flowers and houses and... Oh yeah, one of the nice men who came by to get food said he found a job. He makes plates now. And then...
It'll be fine.
You don't have to tell me all at once, take your time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but now... Everyone in town's been kinda scary lately. They all seem really nervous, and some of them have been saying that a lot of people are going to die tomorrow. But I know better. Once you become king, everyone will be happy again. I've been telling that to a lot of people, but they don't believe me. Some people even think things will get worse. They say a child can't get anything done, but that's not true, is it? Not with you all at my side.
It'll be fine.
Even if I couldn't do it alone, there's nothing I can't do with everyone at my side.
I see.
Right, then you have my support too, mister. How can I help, though? Oh, I'll talk to everyone. I'll tell them about a place where we can all proudly call home. Maybe everyone's feeling like I did before, like they've got nowhere to go and everyone else is just out to judge them or hurt them. But mister, you said you'd make a country without all that, where it'll be peaceful and kind and nobody cries. It'll be a place for everyone. If I tell people that, do you think they'll feel better? That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Maria.
Yeah.
Okay then, I'll tell everyone as soon as I can, starting tomorrow morning. I want to do my best for everyone, just like Papa and Mister.
Maria?
Well, you're looking very happy, Maria. Anyway, don't forget about that thing you wanted to give him, okay? Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Here you go, for you, Mister. Handmade charm.
This.
I made it with Miss Fabienne. It'll make sure you and everyone else comes back safe and sound. I'll return as the king. Thank you. Next time you see me, I'll be king. I sewed it myself, stitch by stitch. It's kinda messy, but I tried my best. Don't look inside, it's kind of embarrassing. Maria was feeling embarrassed, so I reassured her and said goodbye. I assume each one of these just provides stats to that particular... You got any intel from him, man? You ain't got shit, that's okay.
What now?
+5 out channeling a healer. Ooh, +5 endurance when channeling the knight. Okay, that's fantastic.
What now?
Next up, we have Stroll.
At last.
And with that, my journey with him will come to an end. Maybe I should go see how he's doing.
At last.
Tomorrow, we settle things with Luis for good. We're as prepared as we can be, so why not pass the time over a hot meal at the Honeybee?
Now then.
Now let's dig in. I asked Fabienne to go all out and load us up with some extra special dishes. Got a grand feast. This is quite a grand feast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we battle Luis, do we not? We need to eat well and keep our spirits high. Fabienne, keep it coming if you would.
Huh?
What, misters, you ate all that meat? I serve more than people usually finish, too. Shall I bring out another helping?
No.
No, this was more than enough. It was great, thank you. Tomorrow you're gonna fight, right? Almost correct, Maria. We're gonna fight and win. Then this guy here will become king and make this a good country. A good country? A country where no one cries. A country where no one will cry anymore. Yes, so won't you cheer us on, Maria?
Yeah.
Of course, I'll always cheer for you. Miss Fabienne will too, right? Naturally. We'll wait here with bated breath for all their triumphant return, won't we? A good country. You know, Aether, if I felt even for a moment that Luis's ideology had merit, I might not be in this fight. But we know that's not the case. He desires a country where the weak and the helpless are culled. Everyone would know and see that, and yet do nothing. No one would benefit by saving such people. They would be written off as a loss, and yet the masses still support Luis. When did our country become so bleak? We'll help anyone in need. It started as little more than a clever campaign slogan, but thinking back, I think we all felt power in those words. Still, speaking the words is easy, but acting on them is another thing entirely, even for a king. I'm not giving up either way. You're right, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean I'm going to give up. And that's what makes you you.
Got a moment?
Remember, the inheritance my parents left me was all the people of Halia. Our people are our greatest fortune. I will never forget that. My parents were good lords, and the people of Halia loved them for it. I truly hope with all my heart that this country becomes that and more.
Take this.
So I want you to have this. Crested short sword. This short sword has been passed down through House Haliatus for generations. It's said to protect its owner. The fact I've survived until now is proof enough.
Hey.
No matter what happens tomorrow, win. Don't die. You must fight for the sake of the many lives in this country.
It'll be alright.
It'll be alright. I'll be right there with you. Stroll and I shared a firm oath to each other, then finished our meals.
I say that is enough.
Is it Luis after all?
I didn't think you'd come to see me at a time like this. Welcome. You've come all this way. We can talk as long as you'd like. Haven't been in our office for a while. Oh, and we're not going to be in our office. Those Ujief children I took in seem to be regaining their spirits little by little.
Yes.
The grief of losing their parents and hometown is not easily buried, of course. I thought enlisting them as my helpers might provide a welcome distraction. Helpers? What are they helping with? I've no intention of putting such small children on anything dangerous. That's what I have you here for, after all. I've been racking my brain trying to think of functions for an igniter that would have no use as a weapon. For a lack of any ideas of my own, I asked the children. It was like I'd open a floodgate. Idea after idea. Jet shoes based on wind propulsion, super brooms that clean the floor with water, and wind magic combined. Sounds fun.
Right. Yes.
Indeed, they dream up all kinds of things. Even better is that all their suggestions really could help improve people's lives, with a little adjustments for practicality. They also suggested a pen that could write sparkling text, and an instrument that could play itself. Of course, I asked what the point of these trifles could be. And their response, it'd be fun. In short, they're playthings. The thought took me entirely off guard. Their suggestions were worthless as weapons, they barely even sounded useful, but I could certainly see them putting a smile on children's faces.
Fair point.
Perhaps that's just what the country needs, setting good for nothing but a smile now and then. So you're going to open a toy shop? That's kind of nice. So you're going to sell toys? So you're opening a toy
I
shop?
see now.
It does sound interesting in its own quaint way, but I have something broader in mind, something not limited to igniters. Sanctism dominates this country in many ways. They profit off of every destructive igniter sold, while entertainment tools of simple utility are restricted. This is the closest glimpse we've ever got of her ears, and they don't look pointed. I'm going to change that. I'll make this country known for better products. Tools for happiness instead of violence.
Listen.
As for this country you dream of, you've not even set foot on that path yet. To look at the distance you must tread, many would advise against it, but I will walk it beside you. I know I can count on you. Just watch. Between my connections, my tech, and my business sense, it'll be a simple task. Aether, give me your hand. Her ears are round. Reaching out to someone without any sort of self-interested calculation. I haven't done this since I was a child. I was too scared. Yet somehow you make it possible. My dreams, my aspirations. Let this handshake be as entrusting. Let this intention be as entrusting them to you. Okay, but to let you know, I already handshook a lady, and I think we're married now. A small trinket of some sort was placed in my palm, entrusted to me. Brigitta's brooch.
This here.
Personally cut and polished, I'll have you know. I looked for a magla crystal that gleams with the same clarity as your eyes. It's a meager little thing to hold, but I hope you can feel how heavy my wishes have made it. May fortune favour you. Don't die, Aether. You are hope. For the children, for me, and hope is not so easily replaced. I spent some time with Brigitta, talking of our hopes for changes soon to come. What is the weather going to be like tomorrow? The Day of the Hero is tomorrow, you know. I'm afraid such an occasion has obscured any further weather predictions. However, I will pray for your victory instead, and that those beautiful skies return to us once more.
It's finally here.
Everything will be decided tomorrow. I'd like to visit my brother before we fight. Would you teleport with me to Etria? What's this I hear about you holding my sister's hand? Brother.
You've come.
Oh, visit my dear sister, and with Aether in tow. Have you come all this way to see me? Yes, I needed to talk with you at any cost. We told Adeni about tomorrow's decisive battle with Luis. Tomorrow is finally the day, is it? Then allow me to take this opportunity to speak with you. Once you stop Luis and take the throne, what are your plans for what follows? Surely you don't imagine the book will close on a happily ever after? Your people will not be a monolith. Even your supporters who agree with you have varied expectations, and those differences will drag you down. All as enemies lurk in the shadows. I have to follow through.
Right.
You're right, but I have no choice but to follow through.
Oh,
You worry too much, brother. Aether has us with him. No matter how thorny the path he walks becomes, we are all determined to walk it beside him.
I see.
Good. If you are so resolved, I have nothing further to say. I pray that with every step you take, the path bears fruit. Listen for words of our victory tomorrow, brother. We're going to survive, and we're most certainly going to return to the
now
island.
that you mention it.
Oh, wait, I had something I wanted to give you, Aether. I'll run into the house to retrieve it. That Eupha, always in such a hurry. She'll never change. I've been looking after her for a long time, but I'm thinking it's time to entrust that role to someone else. Oh, the music stopped. Leave it to me.
Yeah.
I'd like you to entrust me with that role.
Thanks.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Eupha trusts you too. Actually, it's quite clear she does more than that. If you've been planting false expectations in my sister's head, I hope you know I won't stay quiet about it. I sense hostility from Adeni, who's supporting a fake smile. Oh yeah, we getting married, huh? Looks like you two are having a rousing conversation. Indeed, we were talking about the swarms. Indeed, we were talking about the swarms of vicious man-eating sharks that teem in the night sea. I was telling him that if someone were to be thrown in, they'd die instantly. The adults told me that lie all the time when I was a child. Bad children who will lie will be thrown into the sea at night, they'd
What is
say.
it?
You're looking a little pale, Aoife. What's wrong? Ah, well, didn't you say you have something to give him?
See this for
Oh, yes, I
yourself?
do. Here, Aoife, for your hands only. Rippling shell. This is the shell of a ripple snail. It's a good luck charm here on the island. If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean. Tradition says it contains a prayer for its owner to return home safely. Just like how the waves return to shore. Wives give these to their husbands when they head out to sea. That's quite the gift. Oh, did I say their husbands? Anyway, let's get going. We've got a big day ahead of us. We say our goodbyes to Adeni and return to Grand Tread. I don't want to break this to you, Yufa, but I also held hands with Brigitte before we came here. Do your people believe in divorce?
All right then. Let's go.
Hello, it's me.
Finally.
So it all ends tomorrow. I wish I could use some time to collect my thoughts beforehand, which could have joined me for a bit. We're gonna have tea in your little hut. Tonight's drink is quite exquisite indeed. Yeah, give me my first drink, old man. I could use a drink.
So then,
Maybe I'll have a drink too. Apologies, but you are not yet of age. Soon, perhaps. I do truly look forward to the day when you and I will enjoy a drink together. Come on, man.
However,
It's been a long road, yes? But tomorrow, we fight to decide the fate of this country. 'Tis a strange notion to contemplate. Previously, I used alcohol to blunt the edge of sorrow's blade. No, rather, it was a self-administered poison which I used to hasten my own departure from this world. But as it graces my lips on this night, I find that the flavour has changed completely. Is it better now? Does it taste better now?
yes.
Quite. As I think on the alcohol becoming a part of my flesh and blood, it permeates that much deeper. Previously, it mattered not when I died, but now that I've dedicated myself to living on for my son, I shall no longer await death but will endeavour to not waste life. Tomorrow, clutching all that I have left of him, I hope to witness the dawn of a new future for this country. That is my new purpose, the reason I rise each day.
Cheers.
And so tonight I raise my glass and make the toast to my dear star of hope. Are you referring to me? When I was resigned to live out my days in that cave, who came to me with renewed hope in tow? Who else could it be but you? As I recall, I tried to deafen you. And it's not just I whom you've inspired. In addition to my fellow villagers, a great many people now believe in a brighter future, with the only common thread being among them being you. Whatever darkness lies before us, I believe the ideals you herald will shine above many.
Surely.
For those who suffer, for those who roam without purpose, and for those paralysed by inaction, with that light upon their breast, they shall step forward once more.
Now then.
Before we return inside, there is something I'd like to give you. Ashen Meteorite Bracelet. It's an amulet from my hometown, crafted from a rock that shimmers even in the total absence of light, perfect for finding one's way. Parents often give them to their children, hoping the amulet will protect their kin when they cannot. Befitting for our situation, is it not?
Well then.
Now then, let us head back in and prepare. An eventful day is ahead of us. Heisme and I headed back inside the Gauntlet Runner. Juna's usually on board, isn't she? In a little seat, yeah.
Hey,
We're finally fighting Luis tomorrow. If you don't mind, there's somewhere I'd like to go before the fight. Will you come with me? Is this where you grew up? Here we are.
Hold on a second.
Tomorrow's the battle we put our lives on the line for. I thought I'd let Ralla and Fidelia know. Is this place sentimental?
This place.
Does this place have sentimental value to you?
Here.
It was here that my sister lived and treated the sick. She saw that work as her atonement, but she saved so many lives in the process. Fidelio and Basilio were two of those people. She brought them back from the brink of death. Feels like ages ago now. Ralla and Fidelio kept their emotions buried deep, but the love they had for my singing was real, wasn't it? They loved more than that.
No.
Their love wasn't limited to your voice. I wonder if that's true. Sometimes I think singing's all I amount to, and while I'm proud it's made me self-sufficient, it can be a lonely way to live. I guess sometimes I just want to be accepted for who I am as a person, not just a pretty voice. And why am I spilling my guts like this? I accept you. I accept you as a person, Juna. Now hold on, you can't say that kind of thing with a straight face. I call foul. Then again, you did make me a promise, remember? You promised we'd make a world where people could listen to me sing with peace in their hearts. Thinking about it, something struck me. Where would you be in this scenario? Listening from a faraway throne, or would you be by my side? I'd been meaning to ask you that, but I kept putting it off. Your answer would feel like our story's end, and I'm not ready for it to be over.
Yep.
I'll ask you when this is truly all over, after the day of the hero, and you become king, and then you can answer me. I look forward to it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Now I feel I can fight with everything I've got tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the performance of a lifetime. I expect you in the audience. Ralla Fidelio. It's getting late, let's head back.
Look at this.
And one more thing, I just want you to have this. Hold it close, so you'll never forget me. Erica Flower bookmark. This flower used to represent fear and humiliation to me, but once you become king, I hope it comes to mean liberty. One day, this country will balk at the very idea of innocent children turned slaves. It may not be easy, in fact, many will probably oppose it. But we still have to make it happen. We have to believe in our ideals and continue onwards, Aether. You feel the same way, don't you? Juna and I went back together, discussing our hope for a brighter future. Okay, who's next? Basilio's usually in here. Oh, Basilio's hangs out in town at the moment, doesn't he?
Now then.
Well, tomorrow's the main event itself, huh? I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a chat before then. How about you go somewhere with a nice view? A quick teleport should do the trick.
Whoa!
What a grand meteor shower. Like the sky itself, wishing you luck with a dance of stars, huh? It's for your luck too. It's wishing you luck too, isn't it?
Quite.
Oh, bound to be. I'm the sky's own soulmate after all. Looking forward to storming the place tomorrow. Though I wish it was showering us with dragon crystals. I have mentioned dragon crystals to you all, haven't I? They're remains of a great magical entity floating high up in the heavens. You sometimes find them crashed down in the mountains. We take those and process them for use in gauntlet runners, you see? As a semi-biological component.
True.
My dream was to fly to the sky and pluck one straight from the firmament. Well, wait, was? What do you mean, was?
Yep.
Well, now I have gone above the horizon, I've flown, and if I don't stop here, one day the crystals in the heaven will be within reach. But it makes me wonder. I spent a lifetime honing my skills and stuffing myself with knowledge. I can't let myself be satisfied with flying alone, can I? Until now, all my research and projects have been for the sake of my dream. The idea of doing it for altruism or public good, poppycock. Far too abstract for my tastes.
But
But this journey, seeing you all work for the people, for a better world, it's going under my skin. Burns in me, like the same mad passion of my most ambitious projects. If an invention of mine helps someone out there or gives them joy, that's my part in changing this land, eh? Just like what you and our merry band do, tromping all over and helping all sorts. A change that happens one city at a time instead of by order of some lofty authority. This world is full of inconvenience and irrationalities, what? Well, my lad, that's what I intend to change, one invention at a time. What will you make?
Well,
Already come up with some ideas? Haha, not a one, chum. After all, up till now I've had rather a one-track mind for the runners alone. But soon enough you'll be crowned king, and that'll be that. But you do know the road ahead is only going to be bumpier, don't you? I imagine a grand title like Your Majesty would crush the very backs of most who wore it. And yet, you're rather looking forward to it, aren't you? And that reminds me, there's something I'd like to something I'd like for you to have. Dragon Crystal Specimen.
Here.
The first dragon crystal I ever found. Just a shard, really. Not enough magic power to have any practical application. But when I picked this up, that's when my dream hit me. One day, I'd go to the skies. And now here we are.
I'll do it.
I'll get you all to Luis tomorrow, no matter what. We'll make the impossible possible.
Hey.
You hear me, lad? Don't you falter now. After gazing at the stars for a while, Eurus and I returned to the Gauntlet Runner.
Understood?
Tomorrow's the moment of truth. Make sure you're prepared, and I'll do the same for the runner.
what now?
Damn. Okay. Barton.
Impressive as always.
I admire that resolve immensely. That was a... Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
You've come.
Now I heard you've got a rather difficult path ahead of you. But I'm happy you came to see me despite it all. You've come all this way, so why don't we have ourselves a wee chat? I wish this was all voice acted. My throat is getting sore.
The truth is,
Ever since that attack from the human, the townspeople have slowly but surely come round to participating in the security activities. I consider that a great welcome change, but you're tired, ain't you? You sound tired. I don't think I've been so exhausted in me whole life. The security policies, the methods of self-government, all that needs buy-in from the people. We need everyone's voices to both speak and be heard. The hope is we can find a compromise among all the different opinions and then make a change. It's not easy leading such an affair, let me tell you.
It'll be fine.
You can do it, Barden. I know you can.
thank you truly.
Thank you for the support. You're no stranger to what I'm talking about, are you?
I haven't a choice.
A king chosen by the people will be different from any other king we've ever had. Every citizen will expect something from you, and you feel a duty to live up to that expectation. This country is made up of allied states with a major city as the capital of each state, and now they all exist under one nation. Each region has their own rich and complex history and cultures. The wishes of the people are all so different. And you'll be the king of all this. How do you think you're going to possibly hear all the people's opinions?
That's...
I suppose my only option is go around and solicit their opinions in earnest. Oh, well, at least you got the right intentions, but considering your position and the number of subjects involved, tain't the most practical thing.
You know I...
Here's what I think. A single king cannot possibly listen to each and every one of his subjects. However, if you take a look at the country by region and town, you'll find people such as myself. And I can govern this town according to whatever your kingly wishes may be, and I can collect my people's opinions and transmit them to you. So that way, the king and the people can have a direct connection to each other. We just need other leaders to follow suit. That's an excellent idea. I believe you'll be a righteous king, and many others behind you do too. That said, some only follow whoever they think will come out strongest. Mayhaps some follow you out of fear, just as with Luis. You've a duty towards them just as any other though, and no doubt you'll have days where you just want to run
On
away.
the other hand,
On those days, remember this, there are those who are determined to walk with you through thick and
don't
thin.
you worry.
They believe in you and support you. They will correct you when you err, and little by little, you'll look back and see more and more people behind you.
Have a look.
That reminds me, the townspeople wanted to give this to you. Why did I say that strange? The townspeople want to give this to you. Desert Glass Lantern. They fuse glass and sandworm husk to make this. It's a specialty household item unique to Martira. Everyone here makes use of it. In fact, they hope to make production of this a major industry in Martira. Our artisans practice pretty hard these days. You just watch. My city's gonna flourish under your rule. I spent some time reassuring Barden, who was overcome with emotion.
All right then.
Has that guy got anything for me? No, okay.
All right then.
Is that Alonso over there, or is that Basilio hanging out? Hello,
This is
Yuna.
just around
Not
the
Yuna,
corner.
Yufa. Everyone and more shall be decided tomorrow. You must be certain you are prepared. We wouldn't want to regret anything.
May God
We
keep
got a mother of all
A red
storms
sky.
a-brewing.
It's just one thing after another. Why must this town suffer so much? The Guard Corps are powerless once more. Damn it, it's all because I'm worthless, isn't it? Leave it to me now. My, I've known about you for a while, I must say. You really are a gallant young man. Of course, I hope you become king. And not just me, everyone in the city does.
keep it, child.
I wonder if Alonso's going to be chilling here, or Alonso's going to be chilling in the other place.
the prince has become magnificent.
God, everyone wants to chat, and there's just, I can't.
Alright.
There's too much. There's too much. Oh, let's do Brylehaven
All right
then.
then. Where to?
Oh, he's on his usual bench. Unless he left me another letter. Or he's hanging out in baby mode.
Maurice, I can see.
You look pretty good for a dead man.
Greetings.
Hey, things have gotten quite interesting. I know you're a busy fellow, but you and I are friends. Could we talk some elsewhere for a minute?
Oh?
A candidate to the very end. I can hardly believe it. And I dare say you've made dying for your sake quite worth it. Any plans for resurrection? Any plans to come back from the dead, Alonso? That depends on you. I'm currently planning what to do next after you're king. I'm certain it'll be quite chaotic in this country for some time. Firstly, we'll have the loudmouth chapped haranguing people. Scoundrels shoring up sordid books by milking our muddled masses before anyone's the wiser. And of course, those scoundrels will have a great political and financial interests. You'll have vultures lying in wait around every corner. Yeah, I know.
I see.
It's not that I don't have full faith in you, I just wanted to make sure you knew Utopia wouldn't come knocking anytime soon. But don't worry, I'll not leave you to your own devices. Perhaps I'll enter the political arena, be your speaker of sorts. You'll have your political opponents in the years ahead, doing their best to drag you down, undermine your ideals, and line their pockets while they're at it. I figured I'd make use of this silver tongue of mine to uniformly dismantle their schemes and force their timely exeunt. That is reassuring. That's reassuring to hear.
Interesting.
I'll see all their ploys for what they are, a lie for a lie. Sick a bad guy on the bad guys, in other words. My nature has changed not one iota. I am a two-faced trickster who schemes upon and deceives others. But even I could truly glimpse the hope you aim to create in this country. So I'll use my lies to support you until the end. Surely these are the sort of lies my mother would overlook, yes?
Moving on.
I'm glad to have met you. Before we depart, I have but one word of advice for my future king. If ever an enemy insurmountable tell yourself this. My opponent is strong, but that is all they are. It is fine to fear an enemy's strength, but let not that fear consume you. Steel yourself and remember, the enemy is strong, yet I will prevail.
It's fine.
Determination will be your power. Determination is all you need to break through. It is the weapon you'll wield to seize your tomorrow.
Well then,
And with that, farewell. I leave you with both my parting extolments and my toll for departing penitence. Penitence? Fuck me. Absolute goddamn tongue twister with this guy. There's a folded envelope tucked underneath the shoulder of my bag. Inside was a silver coin I've never seen before, with an identical design on either side. I felt Alonso's candor, a man of many faces, now unmasked. Mysterious silver coin. Reflecting on the strange way we'd met, I left the club. And then finally,
What now?
well, not
Alright.
finally, as
Where
we still
to?
got Katharina, right?
Let's go.
Excuse me.
It will be Lord Louis before long.
Rightio.
You know something?
Heard you're gonna face off against that blighter Luis. Well, I for one think you got him whipped. Oh, say, there's something I wanted to tell you. Got a minute?
Hey, so
You remember how I said I had something to tell you? Well, the educational program we founded is really doing aces. Congratulations. Congratulations. I know you've been working really hard.
many thanks.
Thanks. I do admit I got my nose to the grindstone a lot lately. It just goes to show how we can make a place for ourselves in the world without stealing and deceiving. You taught me that, you know? It was you who got my friends the opportunity to make a decent living. Someone who even moved to other towns and opened up shop.
What a day.
At this rate, I'm going to have to take up something new just to keep up. You'll do something new? What do you think? Are you thinking of pursuing a new line of work? Well, yeah. You know, at this point, I'm done bounty hunting. I've been thinking of another thing I once told you. That we're allies fighting for this country. Our paths are different, but we got a common goal. Got a couple of thoughts running loose in my noggin, actually. If you become king, I think I'll journey abroad.
If you want my opinion.
I bet someone in charge could use some intel from faraway lands. I could get that for you. A king's gonna need all the help he can get.
Right.
That's perfect for you, Katharina. I'll be counting on you. Then I'll find out what's good, what's bad, and what's going on in the world and report back. We can solve the world's issues together.
Really now.
Word of warning though, don't let this country go to the dogs while I'm gone. If everybody's not prancing around all merry like when I get back, I'll knock you a good one. Won't much care to not see your ugly mug for long spurts, but better to make myself useful, I suppose. I'm gonna do what I do best. The only payment I want is you watching over me. I'll let you think good and heart on what I mean by that. Sure? Well, sure. Proper daft I'm at here. Except for this one thing. There's something everyone made for you, so here you go. Wooden doll sculpture. Is it of me? Read for your thoughts. I tried to make it look like you. Not bad by Arthur. Everyone brought their best talents to it, whether it was carving the wood or painting those pretty colours, all that. If we could mass produce those dolls and make a good souvenir, yeah? We can make it a Uchronia specialty item. Like they say, dream big. Tomorrow's battle is only the first piece of that dream. So you better pull out all the stops and win. This country's going to be ours for the building. I spent some time with Katharina, trying not to let her excitement get the best of her. You gotta do all the things I promised to, but couldn't. Except better.
Alright.
Basilio, my main man.
Where to?
Where you at right now, son?
What now? I'll do it.
This is it, Del. Maybe I should go see how he's doing.
Oh, come off it.
Who are you?
Let's not.
Now's not a good time for that. I wish I knew what it was.
Finally.
Guess this is it. We'll finally settle things with Luis, though skies like this don't exactly feel encouraging and all. Say, need a breather at all? We could visit the ocean if you like. Wouldn't take a moment to teleport over. I've been to Virgo Island 3 times tonight.
Oh, right.
Oh, we're in Brilhaven. First time I saw the ocean, you know what I said? God damn, biggest pond I ever seen. Del got a good laugh out of that one. Del, Lady Rella, Vinca. Okay, I'm not doing it. I can sometimes get it and sometimes I can't, and that was absolutely me not getting it. Vinca, I thought we'd always be together. I figured I'd already lived my life the way I wanted. Now I got some perspective on it, though there's so much I never did. Somehow it never really hit me that I could die at any moment. Just like that. Everything I am suddenly end. Everything I am could suddenly end. Even after nearly dying as a kid. Real stupid, ain't I?
Listen.
No, I think that's true for everyone.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Del.
I think Del wanted to stay by Lady Juna's side for the rest of his days. Never said it, of course, but I could tell. It was always in his eyes when he looked at her. Well, you'll never see her again. And me, I'll never see Lady Rella again. I never got to tell her how she saved me, how I really admired her. Never told her how I felt about her, and I never will. I once swore to you, right, that I'd help make a world where everyone could smile and laugh. No. Lady Rella, Vinca, and Del. They were all tangled up in the worst parts of this twisted country, and they all suffered for it. This country runs on suffering, and somehow, all its weak and meek ended up fuel for its fires. A crown on your head won't make that easier to change. I'll make change
I'll be
happen.
fine.
Nevertheless, I'm going to fight for that change. We got this, don't we?
Obviously.
Hell yeah. Nobody's going to keep us down. Nothing happens as fast as you want it to. Lots of people are going to resent change. It's a scary thing, yeah?
Still.
Still, the fear, if we're all wishing for the same thing, that'll be a force to be reckoned with. Slow or not, this piece of shite world will change. I only started seeing the light from hanging around with you, so no matter what goes down tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that crown's yours. Actually, I've got another reason for being here today. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Just brought this. Here, take it. Is that a hot dog? Golden perfume cream. It's made of some rare beeswax or something, apparently. They say the scent brings good fortune. Lady Rella had it when she was fixing me up. Gave me a little dab on both cheeks. Said she hoped I could smile again. Hoped my luck will return. A slum rat like me. So now I'm giving it to you, Aoife. Hope fortune favours you tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, suppose you better head back. Big day ahead, yeah? Basilia and I return to Grand Trad.
Oh, come off it.
Right. And that's that.
Where to?
Back to the inn, I suppose.
Let's go.
Alright, now, I think, for the sake of just video length, I kind of thought we'd be fighting the boss right now. So, we're going to call it here for now, and we'll be right into it next time. I need to move some I want to finish this game tonight, so I'm going to move some files to, I'm going to move some of the videos I've already recorded to a different hard drive, just so I make sure I've got enough room, because for all I know, when we start the next one, it could be 3 hours long, and I want to make sure I have the room for just everything now. So that's gonna be it for now. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.
What now?